Hi there, Loy from LoyMachedo.com and who's LoyMachedo.com. Today is the 21st of June 2014. The time is 1:37 in the afternoon. I got this email from a youngster who is based in India, I think. So I'll just read out his email. He says, "Hey Loy, my name is something, okay, RM, we'll just call him RM, and I've just passed out 12th standard, and I must say your videos are pretty inspiring. Thanks, appreciate it. I know you receive thousands of emails from youngsters who want to commit suicide. Well, technically not thousands, but yes, I do receive quite a number of emails from students who are depressed or who need solutions or who are confused, or yes, many of them who do think of suicide. I know I'm just another guy who can't solve his own problems. Well, you're not alone, because there are a lot of people who can't solve their problems. Many of us like to show that we can solve, but it's a challenge. We always have problems, so you're not the only one. I've run into a huge problem. I gave my 12th from the Maharashtra State Board. Okay, Maharashtra State Board. Okay, you gave the exams from there. And I've secured only 60.9%, and my aggregate in physics, chemistry, and maths, PCM, is 41.6%. Well, I was always an average student. I wanted to pursue engineering in my higher studies. Well, as far as I know, in India, if you have such low marks in PCM, as you call it, I don't think you will be accepted into an engineering college or the science field unless you have a hell lot of money and a hell lot of influence. I have given 8 entrance exam and cracked 5 exams well with decent marks. Well, the major problem is my marks in 12 are so low that I didn't clear the eligibility criteria for admission in engineering college. Okay, I scored 60% in 11th, and I absolutely failed to score average marks in 12th. Okay. This year, 12th Maharashtra State Board results were not quite good. Many of my friends scored low marks like me, but I'm not using this as an excuse to my failure. Well, I would just like to state one thing. The choice of your friends always determines your net worth or your personality. If your friends are guys who drink, most probably you'll start drinking. If your friends are people who really take their education seriously, you'll take your education seriously. So your friends do influence you, and they are not to blame. It is you who is to blame because you chose those friends. Okay. My 12th results were out on 3rd June. I was depressed after seeing my results. I did not expect I would get such low marks in boards because I performed well in the entrance exam, and my family is in shock to see my 12th board results. Well, all I would say is now it's over is over. You have to look at what is next because you can't change what has happened. I know I worked hard to get my shit, to get good marks in the entrance exam, but nobody cares now. Well, personally speaking, I don't think you worked hard enough, because if you worked hard, well, you didn't work hard enough, because at the end of the day, only results matter. Remember that much. Okay. After my results, I cried the whole day. On 4th of June, I decided to commit suicide. So I went to the building terrace at 2:30 in midnight, and I found the terrace was locked, so I couldn't do it. See, listen, man. Suicide is not the answer. Okay, suicide is not the answer. Going to the top of the building and killing yourself. Listen, there are a lot of people who have failed. Lots of people who have failed. Lots of people who have had their dreams dashed. Okay, I have had my dreams dashed. I wanted to be an RJ. I wanted to be a film actor. I never got anything of that sort those days. The girl I loved never loved me back. Well, it was not her fault. She was too young, but she was beautiful, and I loved her a lot. Then my parents never accepted me. They always wanted someone better. They loved my younger brother more. So shit happens in life. Shit happens. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Now, if you look at me, I'm far more better. I'm happier. And remember this, most of the people who got bad marks in their exams, in school, who are dropouts, they end up being pretty successful. So, suicide is not the answer, man. Studies doesn't define you. Marks does not define you. Your career doesn't define you. So, I'm glad you didn't commit suicide. I'm glad the terrace was locked. You see, you don't need to commit suicide, man. Come on, think about it. There are a lot more avenues today. People who have knowledge of the internet, people who have knowledge of specific fields which are not related to academics, they're doing pretty well. Look at me, I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty comfortably well. I'm very happy. I don't have any good marks. I don't have anything decent. So I think you can do well. Okay. I was in so much stress and ashamed of my marks, I couldn't get out of the house for the next 7 days. That can be depressing. Okay. Today I realized that I didn't fail in my boards. I failed in my life. No, you're wrong. You didn't fail in life. You just failed in the academic system. That's all. I gone to 4 colleges for counseling, and every single time I got rejected because of my PCM aggregate. Yes. See, listen, facts are facts. You did fail, you did get bad marks in the PCM aggregate, so you will be rejected. That is without a doubt. So I don't want to camouflage that and say, give it in a good way. But listen, you have not failed in life. You are just in your 12th. You're just maybe 20 years old, or you still have 40 years of your life, 50 years of your life left. You do not know what can happen. There are so many amazing things that can happen. You're not defined by your marks, man. You can be an amazing businessman. You can be an amazing entrepreneur. You can be an inventor of sort. You can be a guy who creates things. Why are you basing your life or the quality of your life or your value on stupid marks? Okay. My mental strength is totally broken down. Well, if it's broken down, get it back up, because nobody has place for losers. You need to fight your way, man. You need to claw your way. Okay, I fought hard and drastically argued with my parents the last 2 years. I don't know if I'm paying for my sins. That's all bullshit. You're not paying for any fucking sins and all that stuff. You argue with your parents. That's a part of life. Listen, you need to take responsibility for what you did. You didn't study hard enough. You didn't have a good company of friends. You didn't have the proper system to help you succeed. So you failed. Okay, so get over it. Get over it. It's nothing got to do with God, sins, and parents, and blah, 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 curses. Get over it, okay? I always wanted to be a badminton player because I'm good at sports. Okay, good. Something nice. And had qualified for nationals, but I didn't have the balls to speak to my dad after 10th. You're stupid. I don't know what's wrong with you. You have talent. You went to nationals and you didn't speak to your dad. Okay. I've never appreciated my parents, but my present situation is so complicated that I can't even change my board to CBSE to repeat my 12th. CBSE is not easy. CBSE is more tough. Okay. I have to give the improvement exam for all subjects. I'm a guy who never gives up, but I feel like quitting because according to this country, board exams are the biggest in one's life. Okay. Look, you should not quit. Nobody should quit, because you do experience failures in life, but failures don't define your future. It only defines your past. And your past is over. Get over it. Okay. And look, I'll give you an example. I'm trying to lose weight. It's very hard. I'm 37 years old. I'm not able to lose weight. I know something small, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. It's not easy because of my lifestyle, my declining testosterone, my lifestyle. So then there also comes a part where I'm trying to be successful. That is also not easy. So there are quite a number of things which are hard, but that doesn't mean you have to give up, man. Come on, get over it. And yes, you're right that the board exams are the biggest in one's life as per India, as per the Indian system of education. But that doesn't define you for who you are. Hey, give me a second. Yeah. So I was telling you, it doesn't define you for who you are. Please don't define yourself. I don't define myself with my educational background. I don't define myself with anything. I define myself the way I have to define myself. So you define yourself the way you are supposed to define yourself, not on the basis of education. All right, not on the basis of education. Remember that a lot of failures out there who didn't succeed in education, who didn't succeed as per the rules of society, but today are successful. If you evaluate me in terms of education, I'm a failure. If you evaluate me in terms of religion or society or acceptability or any standard, I'm a failure. But I am happy. That is what matters. I've defined my life the way I want. So you define your life. Look, there are solutions. Think about it. Many solutions. If you want, we can sit down and Skype. I'm willing to do that for you, but don't give up. That's the only thing I tell you. Okay. And finally, you say thank you for reading the long message and thank you for your time. I don't expect you to reply for this incredibly long message. I just wanted someone to express myself. Thank you very much. You're a true fan. Okay. Listen, we can Skype and we can talk about it. You don't have to, get depressed. You don't have to think this is the end of the world. There are solutions. So let's talk. I'm available on Skype. Loy Machedo is my name on Skype. So let's be in touch. And I wish you all the best. You take care.